The best way you can support me is with a simple subscribe. Subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Yeah, I get questions all the time. So I'm trying my best to start answering more questions that people send me. It just gets overwhelming at times because I'm not at the, just to be honest with y'all, I'm not at the position where I'm able to hire help yet. I ain't that far along in the process, but I'm also at the point where people know that I got an opinion. They know that things that I say are starting to carry weight. I do a lot of numbers, all right? Like, I just checked some numbers. I think I did 180,000 views in 48 hours. Like, I do numbers. That's consistently. And sometimes it's higher than that. So I do numbers, and I think people understand that my platform is growing and I'm working my behind off. And people ask me all the time, especially y'all know where I'm from. People from the city, from Memphis, ask me like, yo, why don't you do more local interviews, or why is certain cities not showing love to each other? And I feel like both of these answers kind of go hand in hand. To be honest, to answer your question about the local interviews thing, look, man, I put a lot of work and time into my craft, period. And I don't want to take anything away from anybody else, but gosh, the decency I would wish a person would have me is, if you do want an interview from me, at least put the requisite time in your skill. And not just be a rapper who sometimes raps, sometimes cut hair, sometimes works at the hospital. I would hope you're full-time invested in this. And sheesh, man, just tell me that you're 100% in, and you make everything much easier for me to want to do an interview with you. Now, that doesn't mean I need you to drop 25 projects. I'm not saying that. But if you have one big record, obviously I know you're working your record to get that record to where it's at. Some people have had to gravitate to it. You have to put the effort in. Like, I always tell people, you want to interview with me? Get popping in your city. That's the best thing I can do. Give me one record out your city that is the best record at the time in your city. And that's all it takes. Like, that, just show me, golly, like, show me that you care about this as much as I care about my craft, right? And what was the other question I said? I brought up the fact that people always talk to me about Memphis, and they say the Memphis rap scene is divided. And I'm like, yo, I'm around a lot of music spaces, or let me not even say just around. I know a lot of things going on, right, in music, and I understand it. Yo, I'm telling y'all this as a fact. You can't name 9 other cities more relevant in music right now than Memphis. Period. That ain't an opinion. You can't name 9 in this country. In hip-hop, let me make sure and just throw it out there. Name me 9 other cities more relevant. Name them. And I'll wait. From a mainstream perspective, one of our artists, and I don't live in Memphis right now, but obviously anytime I can speak the facts are we got an artist that just has one of the top 5 records of 2017 in hip-hop, and Rack It Up. We got another artist who's been a down south staple for quite some time through the mixtape circuit, and has done his independent thing for quite some time. And I never want people to forget this. iHeart, Memphis, right? The hit the Quan, yo, let's never sleep on how big that record was. I don't think he gets enough credit. Yo, it's not a trap record. It's not the typical Memphis sound. That record, last year, was as big as record we've ever heard out of the city. Period. That record is going to be played at weddings, and, you know, after all these other records are long and gone, that record that hit the Quan is going to be played at every kid's party, birthday party for 10 to 15, 20 years. You know what I mean? That's just power in that. And this guy goes by the name of BlockBoy JB. Now, I got partners around me that have gassed me. Salute to my dog Corey. First thing he said, you need to do the interview now. And I just kind of pulled back. I haven't reached out to BlockBoy yet, and I'm pretty sure we'll organically meet. I did a reaction on his the Shoot record on my other channel. I'm very proud of him. If this video gets back to him, I'm very proud of him. I hope he sees it. And last weekend was the last straw for me. I'm gonna tell you why last weekend was the last straw for me. 2 things. I watched some snaps of some people turning up in a party, or turning up outside of the tailgate with this record on. It's called Shoot, and it's a dance record, and I don't know how to hit it. Let's make that clear. I ain't got no rhythm at all. But some things you just know. And if this brother promotes this record the right way, it could easily be the one for him. Because Dance Records control 2017. Dance Records control going forward. You can get a trap record with a dance to it, you win it. Period. That is the reality of the situation. And this brother has done so with this Shoot record. I think it's a feel-good record. I always like when people are at parties and it ain't always bros grabbing each other, gang, what it is or that, Gucci gang, or whatever it is. I like when there's people in a circle dancing. I think that's what we need to get back to. This record does that. You know, you got street dudes doing this, like real street dudes hitting this dance. And I think it's such a powerful thing for our culture. To see people doing that dance. So I like what he has going there. It has an EP Paper Chase feel to it. I would bet that this probably is the biggest reaction you can get in a club from a dance standpoint in Memphis. I think Memphis agree with that since EP Paper Chase. I have not been to a club in Memphis since it's been out. But I would imagine so. And by the way, this is me throwing a helping hand right now. I see the record growing. If I can offer my fan base to go check out the record, go check it out. BlockBoy JB, record's called Shoot. I knew it was out of here when I seen Clemson football over last weekend. They got their dang head football coach Dabo Sweeney. I mean, he like everybody else out there. He hitting it, shoot. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this record is out of here. When you get football team, by the way, people sleep. That's the national champion. That is the defending national champion right there. Clemson football. You got the head coach hitting the shoot. That record is out of there. I just want people to understand, yo, Memphis. Like, I know people saying that things are divided, and maybe it's definitely divided in other aspects, but musically, yo, don't take for granted what you got. Live in the moment. Like, this city's coming up musically. Let's never get that misunderstood. I think they want like 85 artists in 1 year to be popping. Nobody has 85 artists. Atlanta doesn't have 85 artists hitting the music scene every year. I'm gonna be honest with you. You keep it just to keep it a stack with you. Moneybagg Yo is gonna be, when I say big, and I know we got rappers, I think Moneybagg Yo has the chance to be the biggest rapper from Memphis ever, right? And I don't want to sound like I'm just living in the moment. I'm serious. You look at the combination of talent that we haven't seen in quite some time, with the lyricism, the street connection. I think his best attribute is the connection that he has with the women. Man, I'm telling you, he might be the biggest ever to come out of Memphis when it's all said and done. That might sound crazy now, but 5 years down the line, it might not. He's very witty with it, man, and I think he's the best lyricist since Don Trip that come out of the city. Yo, it's picking up. Like, yo, everybody, producers, DJs, y'all can stop hitting me up. Like, yo, show more love. It's coming around. Just give it time. This Shoot record is showing you. I think it's the best example you can have. This ain't no high budget behind this record. That brother working that record himself. That brother is turning up. I seen somebody shot me some footage of him at a performance. I don't know what you do. You gotta teach me this. I got an idea for an interview whenever we do it. You gotta teach me how you wind this thing up, because I don't know what the hell he be doing, but the Shoot record should tell you. I think you should look at that more than you look at like a Gotti or Dolph. They're out of here. Those are superstars in down south rap. But when you look at guys like the iHeart guy, iHeart Memphis, and BlockBoy JB, yo, those are organic records that popped off. It went from the city on out. Those are the records you got to look at and be like, yo, we got some power in this city. I'm telling you, man, top 10 musically relevant cities in the country. Memphis, meaning if we rocking with a song, it's probably gonna go check an old 2 Chainz interview. I don't remember. Just type in 2 Chainz interview Memphis. 2 Chainz said, I always know I'll be good with my music career if Memphis is rocking with me. He gauges his success to know if he still's got the hand of the streets. He can have the mainstream audience. He can check the charts for that. But he checks to see if he still got it the streets by seeing if Memphis rocks with his music. That's always been a gauge for him. Go check it out. It's an interview. It's real. And I'm telling you, man, Memphis has a lot of power. I just think we're just finding out ways to kind of come together and configure that. And I'm going to be a part of that going forward. I know I have not been there as much as the last few years. But that's going to change. I'm going to help out, right? Just work with me. Give me a popping record, then I'll be ready to post videos like this and help you out and help your record go. This record is out of here, though, anyway, without me. Mr. Taliaferro TV. Go check that record out, BlockBoy JB. You can see what I'm saying. Y'all tell me, how can I learn this dance? Somebody put me a tutorial video in the comment section or some shit like that so I can learn this dance. It's called Shoo. I have no rhythm at all. Thank y'all for the time, love, support. We can come together, man. We can make some things shake. Salute. I'm out. What's going on is yours truly, Mr. Taliaferro. And if you enjoyed this latest video, whether it's sports, hip-hop, or other culture-related activities, please subscribe to my channel right now. And if you want more from Taliaferro, you can always subscribe to the React channel for more of your latest reactions and music and sports highlights.